We now solve the question 3 found on page 162. The question reads, the figure is made up of 4 identical squares with a quarter circle in each square. Find the area and perimeter of the shaded part, taking pi equals 3.14. So you can see from the figure, this is one small square and we have 4 identical squares over here. And each side of the square is 20 cm. In other words, the other sides are all equal to 20 cm. So we can write the values all around this figure. Now, let's look at this figure in detail. The figure is made up of one quarter circle and one part of a quarter circle here, which is part of this whole square. So in other words, we can see that concentrating on this rectangle here, this curved part, which is shaded, can be moved to fill up this gap over here to form one complete square. Similarly, for this particular rectangle here, which is made up of 2 squares, this shaded part here can be moved to fill up this particular empty unshaded part. In other words, we can end up with actually 2 whole squares. So the area of the shaded part is actually 2 squares. So in terms of calculation, area of figure is actually equal to 20 times 20 times 2. So you get 400 times 2, which is 800 square cm. Alright, next we are supposed to calculate the perimeter of the shaded part. As you can see, the outline is the perimeter, and the perimeter is made up of 1 quarter of a circle over here, this particular line, followed by another quarter circle here, which is the unshaded part. The third one is the shaded part of a quarter circle, the perimeter, and the last one, again, we can see that it is part of an unshaded quarter circle. In other words, if you have 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarters, and 4 quarters of a circle, actually we end up with one complete circle. Hence, the perimeter of the whole figure is actually the area, so I beg your pardon, which is equal to the circumference of a circle. So the perimeter of the figure is equals to pi times d. And what is the diameter? Given that the radius is 20 cm, the diameter is double of that of the radius, which is 40 cm. And pi in this case is 3.14 times 40. And hence, if you do the working, we have 2 decimal places. The answer is 125.6 cm. And hence, we have solved the answer for question 3 on page 161.